In the year 786, disaster struck on a distant planet mirrored to the Earth in Universe 7. However, this story takes place in Universe 20. The first thing we see in the Twin world are Goten and Trunks sparring with a teenage Oob. As the three continue their training, we see Goku spectating them, telling Oob that his offense as well as his defense are looking superb right now. It's like he sees everything. Oob sends Trunks crashing into the ground with a punch and then approaches Goten looking to attack him as well as he freaks out. All of a sudden, Goten transforms into a Super Saiyan, turning the tables and easily blocking base Oob's attacks with a single hand. Wait a second, Goku says from the ground below. Didn't you say no transformations? Well, we didn't really expect him to be that strong, Goten says. I got worried is all. As Goku says, it's time for a break now. By the time they get back to Goku's house, it's the dead middle of the night as we see Chi-Chi pretty upset that they're all so late for dinner. Sorry, it's kind of a different time zone, Trunks says, trying to explain themselves. You know, Goten says, speaking to Oob sitting next to him. Before, Dad always wanted to train me. Thanks to you, I'm off the hook now. All of a sudden, Goku senses something absolutely malicious that causes him to tense up so much that he breaks the cup he was drinking from. This is when things begin to get tragic in this chapter of Dragon Ball Multiverse, a series that we honestly haven't really touched on for quite some time, so I hope you guys really enjoy this video. If you guys want to check out Dragon Ball Multiverse for yourselves, the link to the website will be down below in the description box, so be sure to go check it out because Multiverse is just a load of stories in one place. If you guys haven't already, be sure to have those notifications turned on to never miss an upload as soon as they go live. And if you haven't already, consider leaving a like on this video as well. It really honestly helps out a ton. Be sure to follow on both Twitch and Twitter to stay up with me and all Dragon Ball and anime related content. But without further ado, Universe 20 in Dragon Ball Multiverse is set in a different timeline from what we know in Dragon Ball Super and includes its own perils for our Z Fighters to face. Back at the dinner table, the frightening power Goku sensed prior grabs the attention of everyone else at the table as well, making them tremble. He's just struck, Goku says, looking terrified himself now. All of a sudden, we're brought to Gohan's house as he's woken out of his sleep as well. Looking extremely alarmed, Gohan grabs Videl immediately and crashes into Pan's room, grabbing her too and leaving hastily without saying a single word. Not so fast, Gohan, Videl says, as Gohan picks up more and more speed, running from whatever is behind them now. This is when a massive, and I mean nightmarish explosion begins to form behind them that's moving much faster than Gohan can fly and begins gaining on them within seconds. In an instant, Gohan and his family are blown away as the explosion continues to travel across the side of the planet. Over at the Kame house, Goku arrives with Goten, Trunks, and the others. By this time, the upper portion of the planet has been consumed by this blast as Krillin flies in the air, hopeless, only looking on awaiting his doom. The shockwave will reach here too, you know, he says, noticing Goku and the others here now, and as we turn around, we can see tears and fear in his eyes. Goku hasn't given up hope yet though, as he transforms into a Super Saiyan and commands Goten to protect Chi-Chi at all costs. Get to the ground, Krillin, Goku yells as the blast begins to consume everything around them, but Krillin tells them it's useless. Come on and face me, Vegeta says as he readies himself in West City, watching the blast level everything in front of him. Is this the end of the world, Dende says as he and Piccolo look on from the lookout. Piccolo, however, does retain faith. This is when we see for the first time the absolute terror who's wreaking havoc across the planet, Broly. This is the end of the universe, Dende says, as the better portion of this half of the planet is absolutely devastated from Broly. Volcanoes erupt all over the world and storms rage as Earth is completely trashed by Broly's power. Even the entire Kame Island has been destroyed as we see Goku standing in waist-deep water near the ruins of Master Roshi's house, calling out for the others. Unfortunately, however, not everyone was able to survive. In his arms, Goten holds his mother Chi-Chi as he sobs about this being the second time he's been forced to watch her die in front of him. Goku knows that even in this situation, in these circumstances, there is little time to mourn as Broly keeps growing stronger and stronger by the second. He darts off, leaving Oob and the others behind, as we then see that the same fate seems to have fallen upon Pan and Videl as Gohan holds his girls in his arms, sobbing just frantically as this disaster continues to take everything from them. Broly laughs maniacally at the carnage he's created, but no sooner than he can bask in his own power, Super Saiyan 3 Goku shows up enraged and charges at Broly. Before he gets the chance to attack, however, an equally enraged Gohan appears out of nowhere and dives right into Broly's back. When he turns around, Gohan begins attacking again as Goku joins in too. They sandwich him in between two fierce attacks as Broly freezes, but this does little to the Saiyan as he just laughs and grabs Gohan by the head and begins crushing his skull. Knowing he can't overpower him to save Gohan, Goku flies around the other side of Broly to place a hand on Gohan and instant transmissions them both out of there. He transports them right to where Vegeta is as Goku begs him to help them come up with a plan with things being so dire now. A plan, Vegeta says. Like the others Broly survived? I'm not in the mood, Kakarot. Gotenks appears now as well as Goten and Trunks have pulled out all the stops now too. We don't need your stupid jokes right now, Vegeta barks at them, but Gotenks, for once, looks pretty serious and isn't about the jokes this time. If we need to drag Broly to the sun, I'll handle it, Gotenks says. Across the planet, although the damage has been devastating, there are few survivors, and one of them we see is Majin Buu. Buu has also been a victim of this carnage, however, as when we do see him, he's standing over the body of their deceased dog B, who fell victim to all of this destruction, much like he did during the Buu saga. This is when Piccolo appears next to him now, having went and searched for Buu knowing he'd survived this. The light killed B, Buu says. I can't heal him. Buu, listen to me, Piccolo says. This is important. There is a way to save B, but you need to do something. What Piccolo tells Buu to do is absolutely insane and wouldn't be the first time we'd see this, but it's definitely not the most ideal plan. It's wrong to do that anymore, Buu tells Piccolo. Mr. Satan said so. It's not the same thing, Piccolo tells him. This time, we're asking you to. Whatever plan Piccolo has conceived to help them survive against Broly, they better do it, and they better do it fast, because back at the battlefield, Goku, even in his Super Saiyan 3 form, is getting absolutely crushed by Broly as he sends him flying through multiple cliffs. Vegeta charges in next as Broly reaches his massive arm out to snatch him out of the air, but Vegeta keeps moving right past him. Broly goes to chase him, but the whole time, he's positioning himself right into the reticles of Goku and Gohan, who are preparing a massive attack for him. As the two release their father-son Kamehameha, a massive beam rips towards Broly that draws his attention immediately. As he turns around, he sticks a single hand out to stop the blast, and that's exactly what he does. A full power attack from Gohan and Goku, stopped with a single hand. Goku and Gohan put everything they have into this attack, and eventually, Broly does end up having to at least use his other hand. Vegeta begins showering him with a barrage of ki blasts from above him that are able to take Broly's attention off them for a second, allowing Gohan and Goku to overpower Broly with one last, overwhelming explosion of power. As the beam rips into the solar system, Goku tells Gohan that they have to keep going. Pushing him into the sun is the only way. Broly, however, contains the wave and the explosion goes off in the middle of the sky. Man, you guys suck, Vegeta says, as they realize that may have been their best chance at beating him once and for all. Calm down, Vegeta, Gohan says. Join us. We'll all shoot him at the same time. Find Gotenks, his power can help us a lot too. This is when Goku absolutely freezes in his tracks and looks like he's seen a ghost pretty much as he peers into the sky. Their worst nightmare is becoming reality very quickly as their best attack has done nothing but make Broly angrier and stronger as he chuckles, staring back down at them, having grown infinitely stronger.